Welcome to Mystery Rift. I am David Paulides. Tonight, we delve into a series of deeply unsettling disappearances and unexplained incidents, all converging on one of America's most striking yet unforgiving landscapes, Joshua Tree National Park, California. These cases share characteristics eerily consistent with my research into the missing 411 phenomenon. Specifically, the cluster of disappearances near known geomagnetic anomaly sites. People who vanish from the wild, often without a trace, baffling investigators and defying common logic. We're talking about strange weather shifts, a sudden loss of judgment, and sometimes a chilling, almost magnetic pull toward the unknown. This is the signature of the inverted V cases we've documented across North America. Tonight, we ask, what is truly lurking in the Mojave Desert? Our first case is the tragic disappearance and death of Eric Sears in July 2004. A recent high school graduate, Eric and his friend, Ben Fogelstrom, set out for a camping trip at Jumbo Rocks. The official story describes a good time that took a sharp, incomprehensible turn. Investigators believe the separation occurred around noon. Ben claimed a severe case of dehydration overtook Eric. Ben went for water, leaving Eric curled beneath a picnic bench for shade. A seemingly rational action in the desert heat. But when Ben returned, Eric was simply gone. The ensuing search was massive, 170 searchers, K9 units, helicopters, all battling 100-degree heat. Yet, Eric's scent and footprints led nowhere definitive, which is highly unusual for a cross-country runner. It's as if, at a specific point, Eric simply stepped out of time and space. The strangeness intensifies when investigators speak to Ben. He gave conflicting stories, admitting his memory was fractured by intense hallucination. He mentioned seeing bushes, an Indian, and admitted he thought he remembered disposing of Eric's body in an outhouse. A deeply disturbing detail The cause of this psychological fracture was the consumption of a tea brewed from Datura stramonium, or Jimson Weed. This plant, a powerful belladonna alkaloid, causes intense, terrifying visions, a state where reality and delusion are utterly indistinguishable from the mundane. Datura toxins were found in Eric's brain tissue, confirming its role in the tragedy. But this begs the crucial, missing 411 question. Did the Datura merely open a psychic door, or did some external, unseen element, perhaps attracted to the chaos, take advantage of their shattered state of mind? We have Sim. Now, we move a short distance away to a location that epitomizes the dark mystery of the desert, Devil's Hole in Death Valley National Park. This limestone chasm is so deep, divers describe it as infinity. In June 1965, 4 high school friends planned a night dive into this abyss. Despite the clear danger and the menacing warnings posted, 3 young men dove in. Only one survived the attempt. Paul failed to return. David Rose and Bill Alter redove to find him. David followed the line down to approximately 170 feet before he, too, vanished into the darkness. A second disappearance. Nearly mirroring the first, their bodies were never recovered, leaving only a mask and a single, futile EP. The local Timbisha Shoshone tribe holds ancient, terrifying legends of this location. Stories of water babies who swallow swimmers, or the malevolent giant. So wait, these are not just campfire tales. They are warnings rooted in centuries of observation. And here is the deeply unsettling link that connects this to the darker side of human history. Charles Manson became obsessed with Devil's Hole. He was convinced it was an underwater portal to an alternate dimension, a refuge for him and his family. He was drawn by the dark energy of the place. Is this simply a tragic case of bad judgment compounded by the extreme environment? Or does this ancient, powerful earth rift possess an inherent energy, a luring pull that attracts not only the curious, but perhaps the truly vulnerable and malevolent? This is a location where the physical and the sup. Our next narrative is a terrifying first-hand account of survival from a man who traveled to Joshua Tree seeking peace, but found something far more chilling. After profound family tragedy, the man described an irresistible urge to visit the park. He felt like he was being called there by something on the Lost Palms Oasis Trail. He wandered off trail and encountered the impossible. Two shadowy, transparent figures, the very same entities he and his mother had seen in their home. He immediately felt the sudden, overwhelming quietness, urgency, and dread we often hear reported. Then came the moment that defies all natural explanation. Daytime turned into night in a snap. A sudden, localized shift in perception or reality itself. A classic marker we've seen in the deep woods of the Pacific Northwest. This man was missing for 5 days, lost in this altered reality. This account contains several key, missing 411 criteria: the immediate, profound change in environment, the encounter with non-human entities, and the ultimate rescue from an unconscious state in a shallow grave. His experience feels less like a hike gone wrong and more like an abduction into confusion. This idea of an irresistible call or pull to a specific remote location is reported in numerous 411 cases, particularly involving younger, physically fit males. Is it simply a psychological break amplified by the desert? Or is there a hidden portal or energy vortex, as ancient legends claim Joshua Tree? For every tragic case, there are also incredible stories of survival that underscore the sheer brutality of this landscape. Consider the case of Claire Nelson in 2018. She fell 26 feet, shattering her pelvis, a life-threatening injury that would immobilize anyone. Her single, most critical mistake was not telling anyone her specific hiking plan, a fatal omission. Her sheer will, coupled with extreme measures like drinking her own urine, saved her after 4 grueling days. She was found only because of a small, obscure piece of plastic waving above the boulders, and then we have the case of Holly Junk. Trapped for 3 days after 2 feet of snow fell unexpectedly, a dramatic, sudden weather change that often accompanies these isolation events. The weather itself seems to act as an accomplice to the disappearance. The common thread is the unpredictable danger of the wild. But when we look at the cluster of disappearances, Eric Sears, Paul Miller, Bill Iasco, Lauren Cho, Patrick Wells, and Erica Lloyd, the pattern emerges. The missing are often highly capable people who simply step off the path and into the silence. Here is my personal theory, one I've developed after decades of researching the missing 411 cases. These locations, particularly those with vast granite outcroppings like Joshua Tree, may sit on or near a powerful, localized geophysical trap or energy anomaly. This energy doesn't physically snatch people, but rather it instantly induces an extreme, irrational psychological state, leading to the sudden, inexplicable turn off the trail. It also creates a localized field where search efforts mysteriously fail, where scents are lost, and helicopters miss the vict. In the case of Eric Sears, the Datura may have simply made him uniquely vulnerable, lowering his psychic defenses enough for this unseen energy or whatever entities reside within it to interact directly with him, resulting in his fatal, confused wandering. The plant was merely the gateway. The desert is beautiful, but it is also merciless, unforgiving, and ancient, whether it is Datura, the dark pull of Devil's Hole, or the silent command of a desert entity. The the lessons remain the same. Never hike alone. Never deviate from your plan. And always carry a personal locator beacon. The disappearances in Joshua Tree defy simple explanation. They are a dark, chilling chapter in the missing 411 files, proving that in the vast, wild places of the world, there are still mysteries that science cannot touch. What do you believe happened to the missing hikers of Joshua Tree? Let me know in the comments below. I'm David Paulides, and I'll see you next time. Further down the rift,